Maryland. Sounds like a domestic violence case.
Hey guys, it's morning, and you guys think I live in a nice neighborhood, but there's just been a shooting 2 blocks down right across the street from the National Cathedral. I'm on the way. Let's go see what's going on.
Medic local, EMS 4, paramedic engine 20, medic 5, medic 31. Swamp shooting and stabbing at 3140 Wisconsin Avenue Northwest.
Running around today. My kids need some rain gear for track. They want to go running today and it's raining, so I'm trying to find a store. I ordered something from Nike in Georgetown, but it was unavailable, so now I got to go into another part of town. So the other night we did a stakeout for the vice president. She was at this house, 2211 30th Street. We actually thought she was at this house because the motorcade was here. This is the Hungarian ambassador's house. Had she been at the Hungarian ambassador's house lobbying on EU sanctions, well, as you can imagine, that would have been pretty major news. As it was just a dinner with a Washington Power media broker, big power couple. C'est la vie. Just a gray, rainy, meh kind of day. Glad I'm not on a bike. So down through this tunnel and under the underground freeway into Georgetown. And we come up on the Washington Harbor complex. That's that big apartment and restaurant place that I show you with the boardwalk and everything and the flood walls. It also has some really, really luxury condominiums. Oops, there's a big bump. Including the luxury condominium of the Speaker of the House of Representatives. Yes, Nancy Pelosi lives over here on the left, and if you followed the news today, Nancy Pelosi has COVID. Yeah. So this is now a building with a COVID case. In fact, I think that might actually be her Suburbans. No, they're not armored. Remember I told you government works on Suburbans, and we do see that actually, I think that is. So guys, this is the Crossing. It's a luxury apartment building. And this is where 2 people who were impersonating Homeland Security officials were living, and well, they kind of snared a few Secret Service people as friends somehow. Now you can see right now the police are still on the scene. Though the FBI left last night, there are still DC police cars on the scene in front of the Crossing. A lot of you guys have asked me to take you to this. This is the DC Department of Corrections City Jail, detention facility, whatever. This is where they hold all the criminals in DC, and this is where the January 6th people are being held. I think there's a number of them that are still awaiting trial inside this facility in southeast Washington, D.C., just over by the National Guard Armory and RFK Stadium. So out here, guys, this is the D.C. National Guard Armory. Very quiet compared to what we saw a year ago. A year ago, there were thousands of troops here, and buses and trucks and all that. Now there's just a cool F-16 fighter jet, because DC Air National Guard does fly F-16s, and a helicopter. There is RFK Stadium. That's where the Redskins, who are now, the Commanders, would play. This is where the Nationals used to play. This is where, what else would play? DC United used to play. Now it's falling apart. And in fact, I thought it was supposed to be torn down. I thought it was supposed to be blown up last fall. Oh well. Now we're in Northeast DC, up on the H Street corridor. And you see that power line above me and the tracks below me? Yeah, there are streetcars in DC. This is the one streetcar line that is still operational in DC, and maybe we'll actually see the streetcar. Don't know where it is right now, but we're heading that way. Told you we might see a streetcar. We actually did. There it is, running across town. So the sporting goods shop is out here now, but this building, this little nondescript, boring building, this is actually DC Police Special Operations Division's headquarters. That's where their emergency response team is. That's where all the escort motorcycles are based. It's just sort of hidden out here on New York Avenue, which is where I'm actually taking roast beef. Alrighty, we just finished our roast beef lunch up here on Brentwood Road, and this is the Brentwood Road Post Office, the main switching and distribution center for DC. This is where the anthrax attack took place. God, when was that? 9/11, a couple of months after 9/11, and that killed 2 post office employees that worked here. The building over here was surrounded by decontamination tents for about 3 years. I swear, 3 years that place was locked up. So guys, it's still a gray, rainy day. I'm walking in Georgetown. We went out to look for the car. Kind of feel like French fries, but I know I shouldn't. Can you see this, guys? There's so much steam. Even the street lights, the red light pole is venting steam. There's steam coming out of the red light. It's like a chimney. Ugh, it stinks. Now, you can't see it as well from this side. Yeah, you can. That's just bizarre. There's a lot of steam coming out today. Last few days we've had like just these big waves of steam down here by the White House. I mean, that's normal that we have a couple vents, but this coming out of that's nuts. Guys, we got a brief respite from the rain and the steam. Look at those trees, how green they are now. Remember, we saw those just like 10 days ago. They were solid white. Then they were pink for about 3 days, and now they're all green. That was quick. All right. Let's mosey around. I think the vice president's coming out soon, unless she already left. Not entirely sure. But I filmed her enough this week. Just go for a wander. And there's a Secret Service vehicle over in the park, probably messing with a homeless guy. Tonight's opening night for the Nationals. There was some thought that Biden might go down to throw out the first pitch, but doesn't think so. They declared a lid. Very early declared a lid. Like, lid at like 1:30 today or something. Oh, wipeout kid. It's pretty slippery though. Dosed. These guys are gonna die. Yeah. Pretty though. Look how lush it is. Yeah? Alright. The Secret Service still out there harassing someone. I'm not going to go over there though. If I went every time I saw a police car, that would be a bit nuts. Plus, we saw a lot of police this morning with that non-fatal shooting. Apparently, it was non-life threatening. Got shot in the back, whoever it was. There's a Ukrainian protester out here.
Help Ukraine, protected sky.
Help Ukraine, protected sky. With Ukraine.
Stand with Ukraine.
Stand with Ukraine.
President Biden, finish the job.
President Biden, finish the job.
There's a memorial and the Washington Monument. Off to the left is the African American History Museum. That's that funky building there. And way back in the back, that red brick building behind that, that's the Holocaust Museum and the Bureau of Printing and Engraving. Some of those are just reopening to tours, some are still closed. If you guys are looking for an indication of how bad the weather is today, there's no hot dog vendors. All the hot dog trucks even are, they said, forget it, we're not working today. Really quiet.
Here, bud.
So that was my Thursday in the rain, running errands, watching shooting, and, well, making my way around the White House. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I will be back tomorrow. We'll be doing some more stuff. We're going to start visiting more museums and going a little bit farther away from the White House now that the weather started to improve a bit. I mean, the overall temperature, not the rain. Not sure what's going on this weekend. We think Joe Biden's off to Delaware, which would mean a helicopter, but it's not on the schedule yet, so maybe he's leaving on Saturday. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you soon.